iPhone 8, the abandoned child that was released in an awkward moment. The iPhone 10 has just come out, everybody's talking about the notch, the gestures, the bezel-lessness, and here is it. The iPhone with just a small redesign over the previous one, but with new internals. It barely got any hype, but it surely deserves. Today I tried to rate this phone in 2021 and see how it holds up. Let's start from the design. From the first glance you can tell that this phone is not from today's era of iPhones, not even generation, an era. One camera, huge bezels at the top and the bottom of the phone, and finally the Touch ID button. How sweet it is! I almost forgot this feeling. I mean, I still use iPhone SE 2016 as my recorder, but it has the older button without any haptics. Here you don't have the actual mechanism, it's all about the haptics. This let engineers make iPhone 7 and later iPhone 8 waterproof. In terms of grip, this phone is unmatched. I'm pretty sure there will never ever be an Apple iPhone this pleasant to your hand. It is small, 4.7 inch with rounded sides and a matte finish on them. I have a golden colorway, among all the others I'm sure it's the best. Actually, I'm not a big fan of gold phones, but there is something about the iPhone 8 that brings it closer to beige than to an actual gold. Summing up the design part, yes, iPhone 8 does look outdated. And the best you can get as a compliment is if someone confuses it with 2020 iPhone SE, but it is still a beautiful piece of tech, well built, well thought and well aged. The next is the screen, and here I have to divide you on two groups. If you are picky about the screens and have already used newer iPhones, go to this time. If you are not a tech nerd, let's wait till they get out of here. Yeah. This screen is nothing but amazing. It has good colors, decent brightness and no visible pixels. If you are lucky enough to have iPhone 8, you'll see no problems with photo editing, watching videos and whatever you're gonna do with your iPhone. But if I have to compare it to what's on the market today and see it through the perspective of 2021, yes, it's not that great of a screen. So hello fellow techies, if you scrolled to this time, you probably already know that this is an IPS screen and not AMOLED, and comparing to iPhone 10, it sucks. It's not as bright, it's not as colorful. Why do we have this conversation? You probably already know everything. For all the others, I remind that this is a completely okay screen. I had no problems using it for years on iPhone 7 till 2020. iPhone 8 has only one camera on the back, and this may be disappointing if you look at its competitors. iPhone 10 and iPhone 8 Plus, for example, have an additional zoom lens, which may be helpful for portraits, obviously. iPhone 8 can't do those. However, the quality you get with this camera is more than just decent. Nice dynamic range, brilliant details and natural colors. Really, the only thing that is missing here is the night mode. You better not turn on this camera at night. But I can assure you that if you are looking for a phone to shoot some nice photos, you can do it with iPhone 8. In video department, things get even more interesting. iPhone 8 easily nails 4K 60 with optical stabilization, and it's not just a bunch of numbers on paper. The phone does deliver an unmatched quality. I can say with 100% confidence that there are flagships out there that can't achieve this level of video even in 2021. iPhone 8 has the Apple A11 chip inside, just like the more premium iPhone 10, and I have nothing bad to say about this chipset. Actually, it holds up pretty well even in 2021. iOS 14 looks great on iPhone 8, though some apps may be launched with a slight delay, and you can't have many of those because of 2 gigs of RAM open. However, I can assure you that iPhone 8 works perfectly on iOS 14 with no visible lags or stutters I have noticed. And moreover, the iPhone 10 was working even worse than iPhone 8 from the very release. It was just harder to optimize all the apps for new interface, and it needed more performance. Apple fixed it in iPhone XS, but it's a fact. iPhone 8 worked better than iPhone 10 and it continues like that till now. Battery in iPhone 8 is what upsets me the most, because with my usage, which is pretty heavy of course, it can't live even up to the midday, and I have to charge it like 2 or 3 times through the day, which is insane. So if you buy iPhone 8, make sure you also buy the power bank. And even if you don't use your phone 24/7 like I do, be sure that you'll need to charge it at least once a day. And this gets even worse day by day as the time passes and battery degrades, and this definitely is a concern if you buy a used device. Coming to the conclusion, I want to say that iPhone 8 is a great phone even in 2021. To really understand how great it is, look at the prices. The used iPhone 8 can be now found on eBay for about as cheap as $130, while a refurbished one is sold for $180 or higher. Two of the closest competitors, which are iPhone 8 Plus and iPhone X, have noticeably higher price tags. As you can see, for the Plus model you have to pay 60 or 70 bucks more, while for the bezel-less iPhone X, sellers usually ask twice as much as for iPhone 8. In terms of price, iPhone 8 is a clear winner. However, even if I had to choose between these three phones, I would still probably go for iPhone 8 even if I had all the 300 bucks for iPhone X. You see, all these phones have some limitations and all of them are imperfect. For example, iPhone 8 Plus is a chunky piece of tech, iPhone X has some lags and imperfections in performance, and iPhone 8 also does have some limitations, but between these three it has most of the things that make me happy than iPhone 8 Plus and iPhone X. So, first, it is a beautiful piece of tech. Second, it is small and very handy, pleasant to your hand. And third, it works smooth. So it works smooth enough to not be pissed off by. I guess I could live even with the bad things, which are no zoom lens and bad battery. Here why I would buy the iPhone 8 and why it is great in 2021. Anyway, thank you for watching, subscribe for more content and like if you like this video.